Well then. Grimsby Town did the unthinkable. Man United lost. Where do you even go from here if you're Rúben Amorim? Where do you go from here if you're United and the board looking at that game, watching that game? It's a tale of history repeating itself once again. The players that were on there just couldn't seem to play against the League Two side that have work in the morning, so to speak. The gifted players playing for United just can't seem to get it right when it counts the most. There was parts in that game where you're thinking, are we sure there's a Premier League side at home? Away, sorry, or is it actually two League Two sides? Because you would have thought Grimsby Town were playing a League Two side, but no, they were playing a Premier League side. It's just unthinkable of what happened. The two goals that went in, Onana, the big call from Amorim to make. It's really tough to. What do you even do? Who was accountable for both of them goals got beaten his near post and decided to supermanage a Grimsby Town player, and it all just bobbled in. I mean, it just goes to show that Onana shouldn't be anywhere near that team from that performance. I think him himself knows that he shouldn't be anywhere near that squad because he gets beat at that near post and then ends up Superman punching a Grimsby Town player. I'm like, you completely missed the ball and you ended up punching someone in the head. Where do you... It transcends tactics is what I'm trying to get at. Amrim can do what all the other previous coaches did. You can only tell the players so much before it's down to them. 28 total shots, 9 on target, 4 missed big chances, and Grimsby Town won on penalties. We dominated them in every single possession. Every single stat, sorry. Bar corners and bar fouls. I had a feeling they would play like Fulham. But it just transcends. It's like, this is a League Two side. Respect to Grimsby Town. If we would have somehow just managed to get a win, we shouldn't have deserved it. We relied on individualism once again. Fair play to Grimsby. You deserve that. That will be probably a big historic moment in your club. And just by the way, props to you. You played us off the park. You deserve every minute of the goals. It should have been 3-0. It should have been 3-0. The way that offside call was on Maguire, that shouldn't have been an offside. But they won in the end, so it doesn't matter. But they gave us a game, and that's what happened at Fulham, and that's what happened at Arsenal. Played well against both, but in this game we did not play particularly well. Even the stats might show otherwise, but it just wasn't great whatsoever, and it's reminiscent of the Europa League final. These players that are on there didn't even turn up. It's hard to say who played well, who didn't play well, because every player performance that was on there was clouded by the result. Cunha played well, and Mbeumo played well, Maguire played well. Ahmad was a bit loose at times. Mainu, he's a kid. He's just not ready. And you would have thought this game would have been something of a glimpse of what we could actually do under Amorim. Amorim, in his interview, was just dejected, shocked, lost. Where could he resign next week after this Burnley game? It's week international break or 2 weeks. We could really see Amorim walk out this club on his own accord, no pay, like he threatened to do. I'm not saying it's a big thing, but he wanted to go at the start, December, January, when no players came in, when the board didn't sign any players for him. He wanted to go there and then, but he stuck it out. And he's in this same position again where he can only tell the players so much before, like I said, it's down to them to show what reap what you sow, reap what you do in training. But for some bizarre reason, they just can't seem to put one-on-one together. And it's worrying, because if you're coming back into the Premier League and playing the games, and you've got Premier League players watching what happened last night, we could seriously be in trouble very, very quickly. And that could be quite worrying as to where we end up. We're out of one competition. FA Cup is our only success, I think. But if we're getting packed in by a League 2 side, I have no hope for us in the FA Cup whatsoever. It was just a shock. From minute one, the players were looking like they're nervous. They were playing like they were under pressure. Where do you go from there? Because we dominated them, but we lost. Now the clean chances, there was open chances. De Ligt could have finished it off, simple tapping right at the end, but it went over the bar. Oh, it's just one of them. You're lost for words almost. I slept on it, and it was just, where do you even go? Where do you even go from here? It's not like if we sack Amorim, it's where do you even go? Because we've brought in, we haven't brought anyone in for him. We've just spent £200 million plus on strikers and attacking, on a striker and attacking forwards. Our goalkeeper in midfield has been the issue. And we've not fixed it. We've left it late once again. And I think with that, it's you can only blame Amorim so much. Yeah, he wants to. Everyone's saying change your tactics, change system. Ten Hag got sacked for playing 4-3-3. Ended up going in November. We're in this same loop. Getting a manager, play well, sack him. No, sorry. Spend big in his first summer. Poor run of results. Sack him. And then when that cycle just repeats and repeats and repeats. You could tell that the United players, you felt they knew the pressure were on them to get a result in. I mean, we dominated them in every single key stat we should have. But the extent that they wanted to play, they played like how we should. Like, they brought the game to us from minute one all the way up until the end, 10:30 at night. whatever time it was. The Grimsby Town players played like they had nothing to lose, and we had everything to lose. It's a tough one. The Glazers are still in charge. The Sir Jim's still here. Wide open issues that could have been fixed very early on, midfield and goalkeeping, but they haven't even acknowledged the fact that we need midfielders and keepers. We're going to sign that Lemens keeper from Royal Antwerp in Belgium, 23 years old, and we're going to expect him to be our saviour. He's 23 years old. He's another youngster that we're just going to throw in the cauldron of fire. The players that were on I just feel sorry for the youngsters, because coming after that, you would have thought it would have been plain sailing. You get your goals, you play well, you come off, get the seniors back in, but it just wasn't the case. Now, will it destroy their confidence? Will they get pelted? I'm sure they will. There shouldn't be anyone going for the youngsters whatsoever. Even Manu, he shouldn't be getting pelters. He had an off game here and there, but overall he played well. But because you can't blame it on anyone. This is way too many problems just to pin it on one thing. Way too many problems, and none of it's been addressed. Of course, we've rebuffed the attack. We've brought players in, but I mean, they're just. The thing is, you can't. The players in the attack, you can pin it on them, but they look like they've already dropped. I mean, Cunha did try to do what he could on his own when he was on from minute one with Sesko. Sesko had a few half chances. They did get quite a bit of service in this game, but you can't just pin it on one thing, and that's the issue. It's a culmination of issues that stem from the top, and they just trickle the way down to the players. And now if you don't smile, you're gonna cry, and this is the issue. I think it will get worse for us, because if we're losing against Grimsby Town and we're playing Premier League sides that are much better than us, we could be seeing the bottom half of the table quite regularly, given this game. We had 70% possession, I'm looking here, and we couldn't create a clean-cut opportunity. Just let that sink. 70%, 28 shots, 9 on target, and not one of them was more than a clean cut. Apart from Mbeumo's individualism, which we've been way too reliant on for the past 10 years. Individual performances have been our play. We've not had a system or tactic where it's been clean cut, one touch football, one passes, pass and move, taking on players, pressing together, passing together, being on the same wavelength. It's just not clicked. there's 4 days of the transfer window left. We need midfielders. We need keeper. We're getting a keeper, but we need midfielders. And we've got a game on Saturday at 3 p.m. against Burnley. And now you're telling me that there's no time to do anything because we're focused on outgoings. Hoyland, Garnacho, Anthony, Malacia's still here, Sancho's still here. It's worrying. It's very worrying, and just to round this up, it's not a case of it's Amorim's fault. It's particular players' fault. It starts from the top down. The players have been here for that Europa League game and they dropped their heads. It was that mentality of them not even trying in that game was a low. But then this just puts it on a new level. For whatever reason, they can't put it onto paper when it matters the most. We'll be up for the big 6 sides, but then when it comes to lesser tier opponents, we just can't seem to click. Whether it's the way they play, the pack men behind the ball, creatively we can't break that down. And there were many times in that game where Grimsby Town put men behind the ball, and when we would try to do anything offensively, we were coming to the ball rather than getting the ball to feet and taking on players. So we were already playing negative anyway because the Grimsby Town players were up for every challenge, every 50-50, every pass, every shot, every set piece. And the United players just didn't turn up again. And just going back, it starts from the top. The top have got to know and outline with Amorim, if we do stick with him, because I don't even know I think we will, but if he walks out, where do you even go? You've brought in players set up for his system, and that goes all in the bin. But I hope he doesn't go. I hope he sticks through it and toughs it out. But Project 28, where we win the Premier League in 2 years' time, 3 years' time, you can just bin that out the equation completely, because it's going to take more than 3 transfer windows to get this mess sorted. So yeah, just summarising these overall thoughts on this match reaction, it's one of calm. I'm if I say calm, it's worrying, because we could end up in a very much worse position than this result, and I don't really want to say where that'll be, but it's the door's opening for that. And will it slam us straight in the face when we go through it? But yeah, it's not Amorim's fault. It's not any set of players' fault. It's just any particular player, should I say. What I'm saying is that it's hard to blame on one thing as the cauldron of fire. It's just there's stuff that just keeps on getting thrown in, and then you got the ball just stirring it. these players have. I say these players, but I don't know. It's what. I have to come up with a conclusion to this, but what is the conclusion? If Amorim walks out next week on his own accord with his guys, that's the most worrying thing for me. On his own accord, if he walks out, it's not him getting sacked, because he probably won't get sacked. It's him walking out. That's the most worrying thing. Everything that he's done, will just get thrown out the window completely. And we'll be in that same process and cycle again. And it's getting shorter and shorter. 2.5 years. 2.5 years. Ole. Year and a bit Ten Hag. Less than a year. Amorim. If he does. But I don't think he will. But who knows? Who really knows? It's a tough one. Because he can only do so much before it's down to the players, and the players just don't seem to perform when the pressure's on them. And that is the worrying thing, because it will start to infect the rest of the players that we've brought in. Burnley away. Oh, is it away? Is it at home? Let's have a look, because if it's away, it's at home, I think. Yeah, at home. So Burnley at home. Will the fans make their presence known again? Because there needs to be, the questions need to be answered. We need to get a midfield. We need to get midfielders in. I'm not saying one. We need two. What a game, eh? What a game. What a match reaction. I was not expecting this the morning after. The Europa League was a low. It was a much low. But then this just puts it into perspective as to where we are as a club and as a unit under Amorim. So yeah, put your thoughts, your comments in the comments below, and we'll see how we play against Burnley, because we're expected to win. It's every game from here on out is going to be a game. So yeah, stay positive. Try to be optimistic. See it all the way out. But yeah, just let me know what you guys think of that match and what the forecast is for the future of United, and I'll catch you in the next one.